Alrighty, this is what you need to know when you're doing these problems. When you look at number 1, you have 3/4 and 18/2. Both of these numbers are rational, so when you add two rational numbers, your answer is going to be rational. 7/2 times pi. Well, 7/2 is a rational number, but pi is irrational. And when you multiply rational times irrational, you get an irrational answer. Now when you look at this, it looks complicated. We'll just multiply it out. Just distribute it in. What's radical 2 times radical 2? It's going to be regular 2. And then radical 2 times this. Well, radical 2 times radical 2 is 2. And then over 3. And when you look at this, this is rational and this is rational. And when you add two rational numbers, you get a rational answer. This is pi plus radical 5. Pi is irrational. Radical 5 is irrational. And when you add two irrational numbers, your answer is irrational. 6 is rational, but 6 radical 3 is irrational. And when you add rational with irrational, you get irrational. 8/2 times 2. 8/2 is rational. 2 is rational. And when you multiply two rational numbers, you get a rational answer. 3 pi times radical 11. Well, 3 pi is irrational. Radical 11 is irrational. And when you multiply two irrationals, it could be either. So we need to think about this one. Well, there's nothing to think about. You got 3, you got pi, and you got radical 11. They don't simplify. So it's going to be irrational. These. Well, the radical 3 times the radical 3 becomes a regular 3, but you already had a 3. So this is 3 times 3. So this is rational times rational, which means your answer is rational. 6 pi. Well, 6 is rational, but pi is irrational. So rational times irrational is irrational. 6 is rational, 100 is rational, and when you add two rational numbers, you get a rational answer. There you go. And I got a 100. That's it. Keep on studying.